Hey there, today we are talking about guide notes. You probably already know some guide notes, or sometimes they're called clue notes. I'm guessing that you already know middle C, right there in the middle, right? Bass F that lives between the two dots, and then treble G that lives up there in the line that cuts right through the middle of that swirly circle on the treble clef. So those are pretty easy. You might have a little trouble though if I ever wanted you to tell me what that note is, right? Way up there, because you'd think, oh no, I have to start on G and count all the way up there. That's a really long ways. Or, oh my goodness, what if I wanted you to tell me that note way down there? You'd have to start at F and go backwards through the alphabet all the way down, which would be rather exhausting, right? So I'm going to teach you two more guide notes today that will help you to find some of those higher and lower notes on the staff if you're ever needing to do that for your music. And these ones are both really, really easy because they're symmetrical from each other. So what I mean by that is we find them the same exact way. What we're going to do is we're going to count spaces starting from the middle, from middle C. I'm going to count the spaces on the treble clef staff, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to stick my note right there. So that's in the third space going up, and then I'm going to take another one, and this time I'm just going to go down from the middle. I'm going to go in the bass clef staff, 1, 2, 3, and stick my note down there in the third space going down, and those notes are both C's. So it's super easy to find these two C's. So we know our middle C already, very, very easy. This is treble C, which is just the next C up an octave higher than middle C. And then down here we have bass C, which is the next C down an octave lower from middle C. So I'll show you where those are on the piano. We'll go over all of our clue notes, leave that right there where we can see it. So middle C is right underneath your piano's name. You're going to go down to your 2 black key group there and find middle C. Then we know that bass F is the F just right close to middle C but lower. And treble G is that G that's just a little bit higher than middle C, right? Both of them are just 5 notes away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 higher than C, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lower than C. Now our 2 new notes that we've added today are just the next C up or down. So if I want to find that high treble C, I'm going to go from middle C up to treble G, and then all the way up to my next C, and that is treble C right there. Now if I wanted to find this bass C that we added today, I'll start on middle C, then I'm going to go down to bass F, which lives between the 2 dots, and then down to the next C I come to, which is bass C right there, just an octave lower. So now you know all 3 of those, plus a couple of notes in the middle. And that's kind of a pretty sound there. You could make your own little composition or improvisation just using all the guide notes that you now know. So memorize that when you're counting. 1, 2, 3 spaces up is C, 1, 2, 3 spaces down is C, and of course middle C lives in the middle. And now if I were to ask you to find me that note way up at the tippy top there, you just go, well that's a treble C, of course, D, E, F. Well, that's really, really easy. And if I wanted to ask you to find that really low note we were panicking about earlier, you just go, well, that's a bass C right there. Still have to go backwards, but not very far. So that's a B, A, and before A, starting at the end of the alphabet again, is G. That's got to be a really low G way down there on the piano, right? So now you know a few more notes to help you find your way around the grand staff a little bit easier. I hope that helps you a lot with your music reading, and happy musicking.